Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Codemelon. So in the previous video we have successfully made the DB connection, and in this video I'll start with the REST APIs and CRUD operations. So before starting the project, I would like to suggest you to follow a standard folder structure so that the uniformity of the code is maintained throughout. So let's start, and one thing we can do here, instead of defining a function, we need to hear the port. Now we can give a function with error console.log if error console.log server failed to start, else it will console the server started at port. Now let's see node index.js server started at port 8080 and the connection is established. Okay, so as I told you, I was using MySQL Workbench here. So I've already created a database tutorial, and now we'll just use tutorial and create a table, for example customer here. So I've already written the syntax here. Create table customer, and the fields that I included here, it is ID, which will be the primary key, and the primary key should not be null, so not null. First name, it should be a string value, so varchar, and it should also not be null value. The last name, varchar, email, password, age, image, yeah, we are going to upload an image, and the ID should be primary key. Okay, so just control enter, the table is created here as you can see. Now let's install body parser. We need body parser for setting up the environment. Yeah, body parser is installed. Let's include it here. Const body parser equals to require body parser. Here setting up the environment, app.use body parser dot URL encoded extended false, app.use body parser dot JSON. We also need to install cookie parser. And we need to require it here. Const cookie parser equals to require cookie parser app.use cookie parser. Now after installing cookie parser, we'll make our DB accessible to the environment. So making our DB accessible to router basically. So app.use function, we'll give 3 parameters here. Request dot connection equals to connection and next. Okay, so now after making it accessible, we need to define our routes. So routes app.use, you can give any URL here. Since I'm using customer table, so I'll be giving /customer and routes. Now we need to export this module. Exports equals to app. Okay. Now in the tutorial, I'll create one src folder, and in src I'll create one more folder, routes. In routes, I'll create one file, routes.js. Now let's go to routes.js. We need to require express once again here. Require express and express the router. Okay. Now we'll start with the APIs. Customer API. Here we're gonna router.get. Let's first make the get call slash. Let's leave it for now. Module.exports equals to routes. Since we have given here routes, we need to import it in the index file so that this would be usable. Const routes equals to require src, then routes file. Okay. Now we go to our src folder. Create one folder here in src. Let's name it as controller. In this controller, we'll create one file. Let's say custcontroller.js. Let's go to customer controller, and here we're gonna define our function. Displaying list of customers. Let's create a function here, display customer. The function will be async function. Okay, let's add try and catch block. Sorry, it will be error here. If we have any error, then we'll get a response as a message. An error occurred. Now in the try block, where db equals to request.connection, the connection that we have made in index.file, let results equals to db.query, select star from customer. It will be a function having parameters error and rows. If it is an error, then console.log error, otherwise let's give status as 1. Wait, else we need to give rest.send in order to get the response. Let's give status as 1, message successfully got the list of customers. And let's give it as data results. Okay, now we need to export the module here, so you understand the concept. No, like in order to import any module we need to first export it. So here we need to give the name of the function, which is display customer, and save it here. Go to routes. Now import that const controller equals to require controller and customer controller. Now here we can give any name. Let's say we give display customer only, and controller dot display customer. Okay, let's install Nodemon here, because we are making changes and then saving it again and running it again. It's better to install Nodemon. It will take some time. Something went wrong. Let's install it again. Yeah, okay. Successfully got installed. Yeah, so our first API to get the customer list is done. Just need to check it once. Yeah, okay. So since we have installed Nodemon, just go to package.json. Here you can see Nodemon, and here you need to add one script, start Nodemon index.js. Just save it. Now run npm start. It will start your server. Okay, this one error. Let's go to route. Save it. Now let's go to index. Yeah, okay. Connection established. Now just go to Postman. Postman is basically to check our APIs. Yeah. So here it is a get function, so we'll choose get. We'll give the URL here, so it is localhost 8080 customer slash, we have given display customer. Send it. Okay, there's something wrong here. It's giving an error saying converting circular structure to JSON. Let's go to our controller again and let's see what is the problem here. So here we have given function as with parameters error and rows. So here in data, that's gonna be rows. Also here, okay, now let's save it and check it. Connection established. Yeah, now we are able to successfully get the list of the customer. Here I have added one data here, like with ID 21, first name and last name, and we are able to fetch it. Now let's make another API for creating a customer. So for creating, it will be a post call. Like in the above, we are getting the list of the customers, so basically it was a get call, and now for creating it will be a post call. So let's give the function, let's make the function here const. Also one more thing, since we are giving async function, then here we need to give it as await. Let's save it. Let's define a function here, const create customer equals to async function, again with 3 parameters, request, response and next. Try and catch block, just copy it from here. Okay, now again we need to define the same thing, where db equals to request.con, where db equals to request.connection, and since in the table we have given id as a primary key, so let's make a function here which will automatically generate our id. So math.floor math.random okay, then plus cool. This function will automatically generate an ID whenever this API has been hit. Let's also make a variable here which will contain our data. ID is basically our ID, this ID here. First name, that will come under request.body.firstname. Last name, same, request.body, but here we'll give last name. Email, give request.body.email. Password, we'll give request.body.password. Image, for now I'm giving request.body. I'll tell you later how to upload an image. Let's give age, request.body.age. Yes. Now let's write the query here. Let results equals to await db dot query. and the command to insert the data. So it's basically insert into table name. Our table name is customer, set question mark and comma. Here we can define our data that is needed to be uploaded, and comma will give a function again which also contains error and rows, same as the previous API. So if there's any error, we'll get a error message in response saying an error occurred. And if we successfully able to create a customer, then we'll get in response a success message successfully created customer with ID. Or you can give ID. Save it. Here we need to give router.post because it is a post call. Controller dot, we need to also export this module here. Create customer, save it. This one error. Okay. Yeah, here we need to give plus. Save it. Go to routes, controller dot create customer again and save it. Now go to Postman, open a new tab. Since it is a post call, select HTTP customer, create customer. Now go to body and raw. Here choose JSON thing and then describe all the fields that you have mentioned in your API. So first name, last name, email, password, age and image. For now I am passing image as a string value. Later in the video I'll explain you how to upload an image. So an ID we need not have to pass because it will automatically generate. Send it here and you will get a message that successfully created a customer with ID, this thing. Okay, so post method and get method is done in this video. I hope you like it. I'll cover the rest of the APIs in the next part. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos. And I'll mention the link to download the Postman in description down below. So yeah, I hope that the video was easy to understand. I haven't used any complex methods or functions. I had just made it very simple for you to understand. If you have any doubt regarding the video, you can ask me in the comment box. So I'll also be able to know your queries. If you want me to make any other videos on any topic related to coding, I want you to please comment down below, so I'll be able to know which kind of videos you like. Thank you.